A man run over by a car here in Oklahoma City.
I'll have the family's plea for help.
A woman robbed while pumping gas.
The distinct features that made it easy to identify him.
A baby's death is under investigation tonight in Stillwater.
This is KOCO 5 News at 6.
Just please come forward. Accidents happen, but you don't just leave someone to die.
The family of a hit-and-run victim begging for answers. Their loved one nearly killed walking home Tuesday night near Northwest 16th and MacArthur.
KOCO's Mecca Rain has been talking to police and that family about this case. Mecca.
Yeah, Jess and Abigail, the family tells me whoever hit him just left him in the road to die. He was walking back home from a convenience store when someone struck him. The family is just praying he'll survive. Pictures of good times, happy moments, and a family-filled atmosphere.
He's got nieces and nephews that he loves and that love him.
It's what Richard Benoit Jr.'s family is desperately trying to get back to.
He's just a young guy and, you know, he might die.
That's because his injuries are critical. Someone ran him over here on MacArthur and Northwest 16th Street last night.
Someone else found him laying in the road, and whoever hit him must have hit him going very fast.
The driver kept going.
The person just left him there to die. We don't do that. So please come forward and take responsibility. And he's just a young guy.
The family is devastated.
They said there's a chance he will be disabled if he pulls through.
And they're praying he will.
He's only 22, so he's just a really sweet kid, and it's really messed up that this happened to him.
Now, I've been in contact with the police all day. Right now, they don't have any witnesses or a description of the vehicle, but they do need your help. If you know anything about this hit and run, you're asked to call police right away. Jess and Abigail, back to you.
All right, Mecca, thank you. I want to take you to some breaking news out of Edmond right now. One person has died after this bad crash. This is at 2nd and Air Depot. You see, looks like a medical helicopter taking someone. We also know 3 other people were hurt. 2nd Street is still shut down right now. We have a crew headed to the scene. Avoid that area. A fatal collision in Edmond. Imagine just pumping gas like we all do, and then someone walks up to you with a large gun. A woman says that is exactly what happened to her at a gas station in South Oklahoma City.
It'd be terrifying. KOCO's Zach Royale now telling us about the suspect's distinct face tattoos that led to his capture.
Yeah, Abigail, Jess, the suspect, as you're about to see, has a tattoo that runs right down the side of his face. The victim was able to identify him because of that tattoo, saying she was 100% sure he was the guy who robbed her at this gas station right behind us. The victim was pumping gas at this station on Southwest 59th and Penn. That's when prosecutors say this man, Micah Wolf, pulled up very close to the side of her car. When she turned around, prosecutors say Wolf had either a shotgun or a rifle pointed right at her. The victim told police Wolf just kept saying money. He ended up taking $120 from her before driving off. This happened back in December. Earlier this month, the victim was able to identify Wolf out of a lineup, saying she was 100% sure he was the guy because of his face tattoo. Wolf was convicted in 2008 for assault with a deadly weapon and again in 2014 for assault with a dangerous weapon. He's facing at least one new robbery charge for this latest incident.
You never know when something's going to happen.
Customers at the gas station say they are just glad Wolf is in jail and will be more cautious knowing what happened.
I would usually, when I'm by myself, especially at night, I usually have all of my doors locked.
For those other convictions, Wolf completed his sentence and was given probation. The district attorney's office tells us that Wolf has also been charged for a number of other crimes that took place around the same time as this incident. Reporting from Southwest 59th near Penn, Zach Royale, KOCO 5 News. Abigail, Jess, back to you.
Yeah, Zach, quite the distinctive tattoo. This just in, a woman and her missing infant daughter have been found. Police say DHS workers were supposed to pick up the 4-month-old baby from that mom, Leanne Kelly. They just weren't able to find her. We just found out that Kelly was arrested in Edmond. The good news, that 4-month-old baby is safe, now in custody of DHS. Kelly had a warrant for child stealing.
Stillwater police investigating after an infant died at a daycare facility. KOCO's Crystal Price looked into the background of that facility where the death happened.
The attorney for the daycare says the staff here is devastated by what happened. Tonight, police say the cause of the baby's death is still a mystery.
Where is your emergency? Somebody got Super Kids right now. I have an infant that needs CPR in an ambulance.
Staff from Super Kids Learning Center called 911 yesterday after a 3-month-old baby girl was found not breathing.
I need an ambulance out to Super Kids right now, please. I have a non-responsive infant.
When officers arrived, the staff were already doing CPR. The infant was rushed to the hospital where she later died.
We don't have anything initially that would indicate there's any foul play.
When looking into the background for Super Kids Learning Center, KOCO found in 2017 there were some non-compliances that DHS considered to be serious. These included a staff member in the infant room who hadn't had infant safe sleep training and a staff member who had not had a background check. The daycare's attorney told us that the staff is cooperating with the investigation and they are sending their prayers to the family. In Stillwater, Crystal Price, KOCO 5 News.
It was tragic. Crystal, thank you. An OU gymnast front and center of a national scandal. I'm sure you've heard about the case against Dr. Larry Nassar, the Team USA doctor convicted of sexually assaulting young athletes across the country. We've told you OU's Maggie Nichols was athlete A. She was the first young woman to come forward and report that abuse. As you see here, we were at OU's practice this morning just before the emotional sentencing for Dr. Larry Nassar. We talked to the team about their stellar season, and their coach, KJ Kindler, tells us Maggie hasn't missed a beat.
Maggie's been through a lot the last couple of years, and it's been very tough on her, and obviously these last 4 weeks have been very emotional. So just to see her out there in the all-around, able to do what she always does, is very impressive, and we're super proud of her.
And she's very courageous, of course, for coming forward. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we are talking with gold medalist Bart Connor, who knew Dr. Nassar, about the impact this is having on the entire gymnastics world and what's being done to keep kids here safe. 5 people were killed Monday when a gas rig exploded in Pittsburgh County. You see kind of 2 views here of the scene of the aftermath. One was a video from someone who was just feet away from that fire that's over here. And then the other, Sky 5, was flying over the scene a couple hours after the explosion.
Well, tonight the Oklahoma Corporation Commission released its initial findings, and KOCO's Brett Bagansky now shows us the violations the rig's operator is facing.
In this report, it does say there was contamination after that explosion and it spread off of the site. This all needs to be cleaned up, but as to why it all happened, there's still many questions. The Corporation Commission cited Red Mountain Operating LLC with 3 violations, including discharge, leak, spill, and runoff. The report says contaminated water from diesel and drilling fluids migrated off location to the east into ditch along County Road.
Right now, the focus is on securing that well and then rendering it environmentally safe. So the well will be killed, and then we have specifications for the operator to follow to put plugs into the well in order to render it safe.
Is it filled up and they're not going to be able to drill that in?
Well, that's up to the operator as to what they want to actually do.
And OSHA will have to determine if there were any workplace safety violations.
We want to know what caused this horrible event, but today's not the time for those questions, at least not for me.
At the Corporation Commission, Brett Bagansky, KOCO 5 News.
Pretty crazy story from the Tulsa area. A truck hauling elephants broke down near Eufaula. Sky 5 showing you a video of those elephants just kind of milling around. A nearby vet was called in to help move the elephants to another trailer. Part of the highway was blocked while that transfer happened. You don't see that too often. 4 people arrested during a drug bust. What deputies say these suspects were using to avoid being caught.